You are not gonna wanna miss this. I swear you'll never see a video quite like it in your life regarding the Ingham family. Today we are actually going to watch as Chris Ingham breaks down in tears over the failure of his channel. And this is not clickbait, I'm not making it up. He actually says it in his own words. It was phenomenal and you're not going to want to miss it. But before that, we have a little dance on Sarah Ingham. She's oblivious to the world, obviously. And also a little word from Sarah herself.
Do you know, it's coming up to spring now. It's coming up to spring and this trip's definitely coming to an end. It's coming to a close. We've had the best trip we've ever had. I know I keep saying it. It's probably getting really boring for you guys to hear, but this place still feels like this to me now as spring's approaching. I can't even imagine how incredible being somewhere like this would be in the run up to Christmas.
Yeah,
like, we've got to make it happen.
Yeah, it'd be mad.
We've got to do it. Me and Chris, right? It's so crazy. We've always been the people that if we want something, we'll just go get it.
And we all know where that got you. When Chris knew what he wanted and went straight for it, that is the moment your channel started to decline. You know, trying to eye up barely legal teens. It's not a good look for the channel.
And it's not as easy as that. Don't let me...
No, we'll graft until we get it, basically, is what I'm saying.
Everything we've ever wanted, we've got.
Well, couldn't have said it any better myself. Everything you've ever wanted or deserved, you've actually gone and got. Thank your lovely husband, Chris, for that particular feat.
That's not luck. Maybe it is. Everything in life we have ever wanted, we've got.
I love how she keeps emphasising this. Everything we've ever wanted, we've got. Chris wanted those teen girls. He wanted them. And he obviously didn't get all of them. He got one, at least one, that we know of, a fan. But he wanted them. Sarah saying, everything we wanted, we've got. And that's quite the statement coming from the man who tried his best to get everything that he wanted.
And I'm not even talking about things like since YouTube. I'm not talking about since we were better off. I'm not talking about since we had a bit of money in the bank. I'm not talking about money. Like, do you remember when we had absolutely nothing and we wanted a car, a really nice BMW car? Yeah. But we were like, people, like, we're not going to get a BMW car. We can't even, you know, pay the bills. I mean, we did always pay the bills, but we didn't have 2p to rub together. About 6 months down the line, we had a BMW car.
And not for not dodgy, I mean, just for scraping, just for discipline and scraping and scraping.
Grafting and just like
taking extra jobs here, extra jobs there.
Yeah, you used to
I used to garden.
You used to garden. He used to go to this guy's garden, this really old man and woman that used to live not too far from where we lived, and it was like £20, and he'd have to like rake all the leaves up from the garden. It'd be like, that's £20. We used to be buzzing with it. We used to be like, yes! Whenever the message saying, hey guys, we've got loads of leaves, could you come in? We'd be buzzing. We'd be like, oh my gosh, yes, that's an extra £20 in the savings pot.
Is this before you discovered the easy way out, is it, Chris? Because now, you would never do that now for 20 quid, would you? Mind you, you'd sell your soul for 20 quid. So, you'd sell your wife for 20 quid, for fuck's sake.
We'd be so happy. Everything in life me and Chris have ever talked about or dreamed of wanting, or places we've dreamed of taking our children, like Disneyland. You know, we loved Disneyland, and even when we had no money, we still managed to take them once a year by completely scrimping and scraping, and just everything in life we've wanted, we've got, and I feel so grateful and lucky for that.
Well, I can't speak for before YouTube, but since YouTube, you're grateful because you pimped out your kids for the money in order to pay for said Disney trips you know, once a year. So it's nothing to do with how much you two have been grafting. It's how much your kids have been grafting.
Like, we have got everything we've ever wanted. And it's such an incredible feeling to be stood somewhere like this at this time of year, knowing that we're going back home to our gorgeous home in the UK. Then we're going to be flying off back to Dubai for a few months. We're going to have hopefully an amazing summer, hopefully. And then hopefully, there's a lot of hopefuls going on here.
If we pull it off.
If we can pull it off, we'll be coming back
for Christmas.
Can you imagine? It's the dream, guys, it's the dream.
That's as much of a like cabin in the Arctic type of update as we can give right now. But
yeah, we've got a plan.
We have got a plan.
We've got a plan. We've got a dream.
Wait for it, guys, everybody. Sarah Ingham is going to be giving her I have a dream speech, and everybody far and wide is going to be coming to see and listen to what Sarah has to say.
We've got a hope. We just got to hope we can do it.
And maybe it'll work.
And maybe it'll work. And maybe it won't. You don't get everything in life you want. We've been quite lucky so far. But we've got a dream.
And also, guys, can we just say that that's not any level of big-headedness. That is, we're saying that because the only reason we've done that is because between us we've got discipline out of our ears, and when we want something, we make sure that we work, and we get it.
It sounds even worse when Chris says it, doesn't it? Every time you want something, Chris, you just graft and graft and graft, and you will get what you want at the end of the day, because you are Chris Ingham, and Chris Ingham gets every single thing that he ever goes for, whether they want it or not. Isn't that right, Chris?
Basically, we don't give up. We've never been
the type of people that I really would like to do that, but then not think about it again. When we want something, it doesn't leave our mind. It's always there.
It drives me insane.
It drives me insane. You drive me insane.
I can just imagine you in that hotel room in Florida, Disney, that year 2017, when you were messaging the 16-year-old, barely 16-year-old that is, and your brain was like, oh my god, I need to message her, and yeah, I can imagine that would actually be the case. Dear. The way things turn out, isn't it, Chris? Didn't quite turn out the way you planned it, did it? Not on this occasion.
Chris is worse than me. He actually drives me insane. He wants things I'm like, babe, seriously. He's like, yeah, but I'm not going to stop till I get it. I'm like, yeah, but seriously, babe. No, I'm not stopping till I get it. You're worse than me. But yeah, anyway, it's the dream.
It was important to come back here right now, because to come back to Sorsal, this area, because you can forget when you come away from somewhere how important it is to achieve
something,
the thing that you really want.
Yeah.
And you need to come back and revisit to get all the feels before
yeah, but
you
don't
leave.
you feel like then when we go to Dubai and we're in the sunshine and we're loving our Dubaian life, that we're going to be like forgetting about this?
No, now the pressure's on, because Christmas will come round fast.
I want next Christmas to be here.
I do.
Are you planning to spend any time in Dubai at all? Because all I'm hearing is you're going to go here, there and everywhere except for Dubai. Apparently you're going back there for like 3 months, but then like surely you have to spend another like 3 months in Dubai again. Is that at the end of next year or next year? I don't know. I don't even know if they know.
In a cabin in the woods, cozy,
I really do.
Snowy. It's the dream. Who knows if we'll pull it off though, guys? Maybe not. Maybe. Hopefully. Who knows? Right, it's time to get on the road.
I don't understand it. Why wouldn't you be able to pull it off? All you have to do is book a cabin, right, over Christmas. Make sure there's one available somewhere. Book it. Maybe at your friend's house. What the hell, your friends? Go to see your friends for Christmas over there. I'm sure they'll put you up. What the hell? You're not thinking these things through, are you? And then just drive off, because you can drive off whenever you want to drive off, can't you? There's no plans in place. Your kids don't do schoolwork. There's no set routine for any of your younger kids. You can literally just go. If you want to just go, just go. So I'm not sure why they're emphasising if they can pull it off or not. Now be prepared, guys, for Chris Ingham as you've never seen him before. Chris Ingham, raw and uncut, in the flesh. That's a scary thought, isn't it, ladies? Do you like to see Chris Ingham in the flesh? Oh, I'm sure you do. Anyway, this is the part that you've all been waiting for, where Chris goes on a tangent about how he is going to miss this way of life, but it goes so much deeper. You need to hear what he has to say. OMG.
What are you doing, camera? What's up, everybody?
I'm good, Christopher. How are you? How are you? I see those tears. Go on, tell me more. Tell me more.
Literally every night.
I love how he's got the really sad violin music playing over this. It sounds very grating, Chris. I don't think you've quite hit the mark on it, but it's there. I'm getting the sad vibe. I know we need to get in the mood and everything. You don't need to do that though, do you? You just like talk, just talk. You don't need to emphasize the fact that you're sad. Just tell us you're sad.
I don't really even know. I've been umming and ahhing about whether I even pick up the camera to film what I've been feeling for the last few days.
It's okay, Chris. You're among friends here. Go on, tell us, open up, tell us how you're feeling, please. Don't worry about a thing, okay? We won't judge.
And then on the night time, when I'm in full, like, and then on the night time when I'm in full, like, editing mode, I kind of like, I'm like, yeah, I need to share what I'm feeling and what I'm experiencing because people will relate to it. And
will they relate to it, Chris? A dying YouTube channel. It's not something every person experiences, you know. I mean, I personally don't think my channel's dying. Some might disagree, but that's not the point. Let's hear about your troubles, Chris.
And one thing you don't get from daily vlogs a lot is to know the people. Like, you don't get the emotion from the people that you're watching. You get to know what they're doing, but you don't necessarily get to know the people on a day-to-day basis. Obviously, you get to know them in little bits and stuff over the time you're watching them. Anyway, I was editing a clip from the video that's gone up tonight, the other day, and it's a shot of the van just driving down a frozen, snowy forest road, and it's kind of playing to this super sad song.
Is it as sad as the music you've chosen for this one? Because none of your music that you choose for your videos is not really sad. You know, they're not sad. They're very grating to the ears, and they don't quite go with it. I don't know if you know this. You know, maybe you don't know too many professional editors that could give you a bit of feedback on this. Not many YouTubers talk to you these days, so maybe they don't tell you. But yeah, your music choice tends to put people off. Sorry.
I was just thinking about it, like, how crazy is that we're all sat in that van driving down this crazy frozen road in the middle of the Arctic Circle, and just how many crazy special memories we've made over the last 7 weeks almost that we've been on the road. And it just made me feel super, super sad and emotional. And I've been super struggling with letting this go.
The problem is the reality of life coming back to him is hitting him. Whilst he's out there in the Arctic in the snow, he can kind of escape. He can escape reality, escape real life. He doesn't have to worry about anything, any bills or any houses or mortgages to pay. He doesn't have to worry about being called an NONCE. He doesn't have to be worried about called the P word. He just doesn't have to worry about being hit in the middle of the street. He just doesn't, right? So when he's out there, he can just be free. And that's why he loves it out there. There's no doubt about it. I'm sorry, Chris, but that is the reason, isn't it? That's why you used to love going out into the wilderness in Scotland, because nobody knew where you were. Nobody knew you, and there was nobody around. You could just be you, which is frightening, obviously. Nobody wants you to be you. But that's the reason why you love it out there. But when you come back to civilization, then all the reality of your life and the shit that you've caused in your life comes crashing down, and it hits you like a ton of bricks.
I know I'm super privileged to be able to do any of this. Super privileged, and so many people would cut off their right arms to be able to do half the stuff that we've done over the last 7 weeks. I know that. And you guys only see like a tiny piece of our like days up here, like a few highlights of what we think is going to be the most entertaining type of content for you guys to watch.
Oh, this was supposed to be an entertaining trip, was it? Oh, okay, all right. I didn't get that vibe from it. I'm sorry, my bad. I thought it was just you showing us the snow, which to be fair, I've seen snow before, and it wasn't that great then either. So, but yeah, it was supposed to be entertaining, guys. I'm sorry, didn't know.
But there's so much that goes on outside of that. So many special moments and so many amazing bonding family moments that we have, and it's all of those that I think about when I watch us driving down that frozen road. I can't even think about it without getting chewed up. And how it's coming to an end. And I just can't explain to you how special these times are. I never ever thought in a million years I'd ever get the sprinter back up here. And half of you guys watching this will probably just think I'm really pathetic for the way I speak about my van. But
no, I've heard other men speak about their vans very possessively. These are like, white van men sort of thing that take all sorts of crap around with them in the back of their vans, much like you do, right?
I can't explain what it is. I just have this massive just love for it. I just love it. I love it to death. And the first trip we did up here in 2023 like profoundly changed me inside.
I remember you telling us about how profoundly changed you were. Don't worry, guys. He's going to be getting deep very shortly. And it's going deeper than you ever thought it would possibly ever go. This is going to get good. So do not go anywhere. Grab your popcorn, please.
And a lot of that was to do with the van we were in and the experience of van life up here that we got. And I just feel so grateful that I've got to experience that again, because I did not think I would ever get to experience that again in this van. And I've got that to thank for that. And I'm so grateful for it, even though it's taken such a beating this trip. But Only minor things that we can easily fix when we get home, and we will do. Ready for the next trip. But I don't know, I just love this way of life. This way of life is so freeing and so special. It makes you so excited to get up in the morning and see what's outside the window. And
really, why don't you actually get up in the morning then to see this? Because as far as I'm aware, you and your clan don't rise out of your pits until about midday or something. So maybe get up a bit earlier and see what's outside your window.
I'm gonna really miss this feeling, this feeling of freedom and carefreeness. Because it doesn't matter how much, it doesn't matter what your life is. When you're at home, whether it's in England or whether it's in Dubai, it's different. You have different weights on your head when you're at home.
Like bills, mortgage payments, house repossessions, evictions, that sort of thing that's been weighing on your mind, Chris. It's a very interesting choice of words that he's used there. You have different weights on your mind. Yes, you do, right? Okay, he's not wrong. You go home after a holiday and you have all everything that's wrong that needs sorting out. It's all back again, right? That's what holidays do to you. But he doesn't have these issues. He has money coming out of his ears. He has a channel which is flourishing. Not that he needs the money, apparently. And he doesn't really live anywhere. He stays in the UK for a few months, maybe. He goes to Dubai for a few months. It's pretty much a nomadic lifestyle. He doesn't actually live anywhere. So I'm not quite sure what part of that is weighing on his mind,
Different responsibilities. It's not the same as when you're out in the wild like this, in touch with Earth and exploring, and it's just not the same. And believe me, I know that I'm so privileged, and I sound probably too privileged saying this, because there's, the majority of people don't ever get to do things like this in their entire lives. I'm just trying to vocalise what I'm feeling right now. I just feel really lucky is what I feel. I feel super grateful. Super grateful. But just super sad that it's coming to an end, because it doesn't matter who you are in life or what you are in life or what you have in life. You just don't know if it's ever going to be, if there's going to be another time. You don't know. You don't know if health-wise we'll be able to ever do this again, or...
It's alright, Chris. You know what you can do? Say, for example, if Sarah was ill next year and she couldn't make the trip, all you'd have to do is just take the kids and go yourself. Because after all, no family member is going to weigh you down and stop you doing anything that you want to do, right? Isn't that right? Does that not work the same way? Right, you said these were your words.
Or anything. You just don't know. So I super treasure things whilst I have them, and then I sentimentalize them afterwards, and it freaking kills me inside, because my stupid brain just tortures me about it. It really does. But it's funny because I spoke about this in our Q&A, but the majority of people that subscribe to our channel, or majority of people that watch our daily vlogs and stuff, don't necessarily watch these videos. They'll be interested for a couple of weeks, and then you'll see the interest start to taper off.
You're quite right there, Christopher. You are quite right. After a while of watching the same old snow, the same old scenery, the same old, right? Especially stuff that they've already seen last year and the year before. people tend to get a little bit bored. In fact, so much so that me, your greatest hater, right, can't even be bothered to watch. I actually forgot that you uploaded the day before this one. I forgot. I didn't even look, right? Didn't even cross my mind to look. Bloody hell, I know, blows my mind, that does as well. So I did go and have a look to see what their last video was, and oh my god, the views, the views. And this is the type of thing that Chris must be talking about, is viewing every single day. The views on yesterday's video, oh my god. 15,000 views. That's as at the time of editing, by the way. When I first viewed it, it was on 13,000 after one day, and I almost spat my kinda coffee out my mouth, right, at those views. And that's the sort of thing that Chris is seeing every single day, and I don't blame him. You know, it's not that long ago, you know, a few short years, 5 years ago, that this sort of thing was commonplace. 579,000 views. This was on one of those silly challenge videos which would never take off on your channel. But this was commonplace on your channel around that time, you know, that sort of amount of views. And it's not happening anymore, is it, Chris? No.
I never thought it would be like that. When we started doing this, I always thought that that doing things like this would be so interesting to everybody that it would only do like your channel good.
You thought wrong, Chris. You thought wrong. I think it's just, you know, your fans, the iFam, they're just not interested in seeing you traipse around in a van in the winter or in the Arctic day in, day out. It's boring.
And things like that, but that is definitely not the case, and that sucks. That really does suck.
Oh, he's so upset, isn't he? He's so upset the channel is failing because he's taking his family around the Arctic day in, day out, which is so boring for the iFam. They're not watching, and he knows it. He knows they're not watching. I thought you weren't bothered, Chris. I thought you weren't bothered. Oh, so upsetting that is. Sorry. My apology. It's a sad moment for Chris.
Because I don't know. You know, we'll get a hell of a lot more views for being at home in England, going to B&M for a shopping trip, than we will do travelling around some of the most remote and incredible places in the entire world.
I tell you why it's not working for you. I mean, it's not a secret, Chris. You're a clever marketer, you know, marketing guru that you are. One of the main factors, well, there are a lot of factors, but some of the factors are that you're not relatable anymore. You've taken all your children out of school. The viewers, by and large, used to be school-going children, right? They could relate to other school-going children, and they could watch those. That's why they tune into Fizz Family and watch all those stupid going back to school things, right? Because kids want that sort of content, because that's what they do on a day-to-day basis, right? However, you don't do that. You've taken all your children out of school. Your little ones don't even go to nursery or anything like that. Again, it's very unrelatable, so you're not going to get the parents popping in to have a look at what you're doing. You know, there's so many things you're doing wrong. You know what you're doing wrong. You must know what you're doing wrong, and yet you still continue to do it, and that is why your channel is failing. So there's no point in, you know, moaning about it or crying about it, you know.
And you know, that's fine. You know, I knew what we were signing up for. We built an audience that we didn't build a travel audience. I said this in this Q&A the other day. You know, YouTube works in funny ways. Cross-genre channels don't tend to do as well, but it still sucks. It still sucks because this is how we want to live our lives. You know, this is us. And I kind of always thought that the people that subscribed to our channel did so primarily for us as people, not necessarily what we were doing. So that you know, it doesn't matter what we're doing, you're going to come and you're going to watch.
Oh, oh, you thought they were coming there to watch you specifically, Chris? No. Nobody's ever come to watch you specifically. Definitely not since the allegations, you know, and it's come out and turned out that you're a little bit of a creepy man. People don't tend to like that sort of behaviour. So no, they're not coming to watch you. They're definitely not coming to watch Sarah, because Sarah is pretty loud and obnoxious to listen to. The children, I'm sorry, they used to be, you know, all cutesy, relatable girls that you brought up well, and they would all dress well and all clean and went to school and stuff like that. But now that they're just, the amount of times that I've seen Isabel and Esme even, and she's 15, Esme, just backchat grown adults online, right? You know, yes, you might say that grown adults shouldn't be arguing with children online, but you would teach your children not to engage in that, you know, arguing online and being bitchy and stuff like that. But they are, so they're not really being very relatable anymore. They're not being very likable. People don't necessarily like them anymore. The younger ones are just add-ons to your channel and your whatever it was you've been trying, but it's just not working, Chris. Nobody's there to watch you at the end of the day, are they?
Because you subscribe to our family in general. But, you know, YouTube doesn't work like that, and people don't work like that. And as much as I'm so grateful for the people that do follow these videos to the end, it does 100%, like, have its toll when you go online and as much as you can say, you know, the views don't affect you, you know, they do, you know, they do. And
this is not the news that I heard, Chris. You told me specifically that the views did not affect you because you didn't do YouTube for the views. Fortunately, you're quite happy enough to traipse your family around the world with no view to getting money or views or subs or anything like that. It doesn't bother you. That was what you told us. Very, very smugly told us, in actual fact.
Especially when you know, on these channel trips, you work harder than any other time of year. Any other time filming anything, you work harder. And you're so proud of the videos, and you just, I don't know, because you have such an emotional and profound attachment to the videos and what you're filming. It does hurt when people don't have an interest in them.
I imagine it stings a little, Christopher. It stings seeing those viewing figures. 13k on one vlog. That's gotta sting just a little, isn't it?
But, you know, I mentioned this the other day, like I said. It was some of them things that when you build an audience that subscribe to you for home vlogs in the UK, you know, they don't necessarily want to watch you driving all over the Arctic Circle in a van, or even living in Dubai. I don't know. Who knows what the future holds? What the future holds for this channel?
What the future holds for the channel, eh, Chris? Well, that sounds quite extreme, doesn't it? Are you missing these views here? See these views: 60 million, 15 million, 21 million, 1, 3, 5 million, all these millions here. I actually counted that they had 70 videos which were of 1 million views plus. 70 videos, but not one for the last 3 years. That tells a lot. That tells a story in itself, doesn't it? 70 videos over a million views. That is incredible. That was some going back in the day, Chris. Some achievement you reached there, but unfortunately it is no more. It's pretty much dead and buried in the water, isn't it? I mean, your biggest view video is the Christmas one, obviously, and it's got 68 million views. That's what blew you up that year, wasn't it? 68 million views. But your most recent Christmas video didn't get 68 million. Oh no, it got 302,000 views. 302,000 views. That's quite a big difference, because back in the day you were getting millions of views every single Christmas, and now 302,000 seems like a drop in the ocean, basically. Even Isabel, who grew your channel exponentially, pretty much single-handedly, her 11th birthday opening present morning thingy, 21 million views. Do you remember that one? Do you remember those days? But Isabel, she's gone now. She's completely gone. Most recent birthday, 240,000 views. She's past it. She's washed up. She's at the end of her YouTube fame, right? At the end. And not even she can help retrieve your channel at this point. You know, you are lost. Absolutely lost.
I always thought this channel would go forever. But, you know, our lives are not going in the direction of staying at home in England.
Oh, is that a hint that he always thought the channel would go on forever? Is that a hint that the channel might not be going on forever? Maybe he's just given up. He sounds defeated. I'm not going to lie, he actually sounds defeated. And it's a joy to watch. I know there's probably some people out there probably not reveling in their downfall, but, you know... I've been waiting for this moment for a long time, isn't it, Chris?
And they're not going to be. And I absolutely 100% hope that all of you guys come with us on all of these transitions that we are going through to Dubai, to wherever the road or wherever it may take us in the future. Because we love doing what we're doing. We love making videos and we love sharing our family's memories. We never started this for a business, for money. We started this so that our children can show their children how they grew up and all the special things that we did, and we can look back on them when we're older.
Well, Chris, the moment you pressed that monetization button meant that all those doing it for the memories went out of the window. Obviously, you could have still filmed for the memories and not uploaded it to YouTube. You know that's a thing, right? Don't you?
And that's never changed, and that never will change. That it's the same now. I don't even know what I'm getting at right now. But to all the people that have followed this journey with us, have felt all those special magical feels with us, thank you so much for sticking with us. Thank you for all the love and support, and yeah, we hope we can do it again next year.
So ignore my great manipulation, but we do need you to watch some more videos and the ads. Don't forget to not skip on the ads, so that we can do this for you again next year. If you want us to go next year, you're gonna have to watch the ads for us, and then we can afford it.
Health, life circumstances, etc. allow. But it's been a ride. But it's been a ride, a proper ride, and one we will all never forget.
Oh wow, it sounds very much like he's done, doesn't it? It does sound like he's done. I don't know if this is him manipulating things or just putting words out there that he may take back later on, but I feel like he is really hurting about the views. As much as he may say that the views don't matter, the money doesn't matter, of course it does. You can see it in his face. It matters. and he's hurting. He doesn't think that the channel can survive on the amount of views that they're currently getting. There's no end in sight, because he knows once they go back home and then off to Dubai, the views will plummet again, because nobody wants to watch them in Dubai. Maybe a holiday in Dubai would be okay, but not to go out there and live and just go to shopping malls and to swimming pools every day. So let me know in the comments down below what you think about this situation. Have the Inghams come to the end of the line? Have they finally realised that they're not going to be able to live on this lifestyle forever, given the views? It's not getting any better, is it, for them? So let me know what you think in the comments down below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new, if you want to keep up with this situation, to see what happens next. Will they end the channel? Will they go back to Dubai? Will they sell their house in the UK? It's so many ifs and buts and whys and wherefores. Please come back again next time for another fabulous video. Thank you all so much. Take care and bye bye.